Today we're going to be talking about IPAs, India Pale Ales. To tell the truth, it's a style I've been avoiding. My beer judging tasting exam is about a month away, and I've been practicing tasting a lot of beers and scoring them, and I could be trying a lot more IPAs. But I like a lot of other beers better than them, so yeah, I've been avoiding them. They are good though, and they're a really popular style. I think for women, it takes women a lot more time to kind of get used to IPAs because they're so bitter. And there's a lot of reasons that are rooted in feminism for that, but I'll spare you. You don't want to hear me start on that. But anyway, I've been getting more into them, and we've got 3 that we're going to try. Yes, I am sitting on the floor of my kitchen. It's been one of those days. Some quick history about IPAs. IPAs originated in England in the 19th century, and they were designed to, now, India Pale Ale, right? So remember that. They were designed to survive the voyage from England to India when England was occupying India. And the hops in the beer, remember IPAs have lots and lots of hops. Oh, Farmer Ted. So the hops in the beer made them fresher, made the beer fresher, so it could survive the voyage. And in addition, it made it more bitter. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, they were bitter beers. They survived the voyage to India. They were nice and fresh, and everyone said, ooh, we like these bitter beers, including us Americans, and we started copying the English. But in true American fashion, we decided that we are going to do everything bigger and better and more bitter. So American IPAs tend to be more bitter than their English counterparts, and we have 3 that we're going to try today. Now, an IPA is not all about bitterness. There's other qualities that we want to look for. And for an American IPA, it's not just the hop bitterness, but the hop aroma and flavor. This is something that people have a little trouble with. You've got hop bitterness, but hops also, depending on the kind of hops, are going to have a really specific flavor profile. American hops, a lot of times, are going to be very piney, resinous, and citrusy, grassy. And for me, when you smell them, like Cascade is a type of American hop that you will smell, and it really clears your sinuses. I think it's great. It's kind of minty almost. Anyway, so that's something that we'll be looking for. And although you can use other types of hops, it doesn't have to be all citrus and pine. But also, it's an IPA pale ale, right? So the base malt is a pale malt. So we don't want a lot of toasty or roasty malt flavors. It's going to be a clean malt base. Okay, and as a pale malt, we're going to want to see a light, medium actually, yellow to dark gold for this beer. Maybe even some amber, and a big, fat, moosey white head. And the pale malt, also a note. That lighter malt will help the hop aromas come out and the hop flavors. Okay, and here we have Captain Lawrence IPA. And Captain Lawrence is a New York craft brewery. It's been around, I think, since 2006, so, and they're very popular. The clarity on this beer, clarity is on IPAs depending on whether they're dry hopped or not, which, you know, I can get into maybe further down the road. It's going to vary. This clarity is, it's okay. It's pretty good. And I would say the head, it's sparkly. It's a sparkly white. It's kind of soapy looking. Now, I already smelled this. When you pour beer, you want to smell it right away because the aroma is going to dissipate pretty quickly. I mean, to get the real whiff of it, you got to smell it right away. And this has that great American hop, sinus clearing, pine forest, minty sort of smell that I really enjoy. It's not as prominent as some IPAs, or even some pale ales, whole other story, but some just regular pale ales, like Little Something by Lagunitas, will just blow you away with the hop smell. But it's this one's got it. So yeah, IPAs are definitely growing on me. I like this style more and more every time I have it, and the Captain Lawrence is pretty good. This head is funny. It's like a bubble bath still, and it's massive, and this is my second pour, so I've already tasted this, and the head lasted till the bitter end. You could not get the stuff out of there. This particular IPA is less bitter than some that I've had. I'd say the bitterness is, I'd even say it's medium rather than medium high. And the hop flavor, I think, is more prominent than the hop bitterness. What you can really taste is the malt. It doesn't overshadow the hops in terms of bitterness or flavor by any means, but it's definitely there, and it was sort of like a white bready, almost yeasty taste. And now I'm going to go see what that racket is in the kitchen, make sure my daughter's not getting into anything she's not supposed to. Okay, E and I are all good. She came and saw me, and we hung out, and she's about to go to bed, but very quickly, so the Captain Lawrence IPA overall, I thought it was good. It had not as crisp of a mouthfeel as I would have liked to have seen. It was a little less carbonated than I enjoy in an IPA, and that's typical for an American IPA. And I think that it could have maybe had some more bittering hops added to it. So I would recommend some dry hopping maybe. And yeah, but overall it was good. And if you want to know if this is the beer for you, I would definitely drink it again. I would recommend it to anyone that enjoys IPAs, and especially people who are just getting into them, because it's not that bitter. But if you're very wary of IPAs, there are some less bitter ones to start out with.